Good morning, greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 32 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while some folks may call that a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we are here for you. We welcome your calls on The Bright Side at 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010. If you have a comment or success story you'd like to share, or if you have questions about ingredients or formulations or something you may have read about or heard about, 844-236-6010 is our number. We love hearing from you. If you want to purchase any of the Youngevity products you hear advertised or recommended on The Bright Side, call 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470, or head to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can sign up right off the websites. You can click on the Join the Team link for a one-time $25 fee. You can have a Youngevity business all of your own and help change the world in the most basic and fundamental level there, at the most basic and fundamental level there is, which is the level of our individual personal good health. Human beings and human culture and human society is only going to be as good as we are healthy. If you're not healthy, your body's falling apart, you're not creative, you're not helping, you're focused only on your body. We cannot change the world until we change ourselves at the most fundamental level, and that is the level of our personal health and well-being. Getting on a nutritional supplement program yourself is a start. Once you get on a nutritional supplement program, you may want to help others get on a nutritional supplement program. And it's not just about nutritional supplements either. It's about well-being. It's about strategies of well-being. We've been spending time talking about the vague, kind of nebulous, touchy-feely, airy-fairy aspects of good health. But anyone who thinks that healing the body is only physical, anyone who marginalizes or dismisses the importance of the mental bodies and our emotional bodies, which go along with our physical bodies. You can think of these things as bodies. We have emotional bodies and mental bodies that are correlates of our physical bodies. And the emotional body gets sick and the mental body gets sick. And after doing this kind of healing thing for 35 years with people, lots of people, thousands and thousands of people, if you add it all up over 35 years, what I noticed is that when we're not as healthy as we want to be, or we plateau, if we get on some kind of program, there's always mental and emotional correlates. There's always mental. It's rare that we just have a physical problem, especially in the realm of chronic degenerative disease. A case could be made even for accidental and infectious issues that the mental and emotional aspects or mental and emotional bodies are at play, but certainly in the case of chronic long-term degenerative issues, including weight problems, diabetes, sleep problems, cancer, heart disease, autoimmunity, there's always emotional and mental correlates. There's a really interesting study that was published, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, or maybe 10, 15 years ago, called the ACEs study, the Adverse Childhood Experiences Study. And what they found was this was done on a large number of people who were dealing with sicknesses, chronic illnesses. They found that almost all of them had some kind of adverse childhood experience. Now, we all have adverse childhood experiences, but these were significant adverse childhood experiences, and it makes sense. The emotional and mental bodies are just like a physical body in the sense that they have mechanics, and they have processes, and they have actions, they have ways of being, they have movements. And understanding how to work the movements of the emotional and mental bodies, or work the dynamics of the mental and emotional bodies, is just as important as the physical body. Just like you have to exercise the physical body, you got to exercise the mental and emotional bodies. Just like you have to discipline the physical body, you got to discipline the mental and emotional bodies. And I don't mean discipline like punish. I mean discipline like make a disciple of, like to love. You have to love your body. You have to love your emotional body, your physical body, your emotional body, and your mental body. This is the most interesting and frustrating aspect for myself working as a nutritionist, because I love nutrition and I love the chemistry and how the body works from a chemical perspective. I find that incredibly fascinating, and it is really a powerful tool when it comes to health. And there's no doubt people can get better by getting on a nutritional supplement program. But if you're, the frustrating aspect is it's more than just physical for most people. The idea that we can supplement our way to pain relief and heart health and quality sleep. I was talking yesterday to a friend of mine, and her mom's having problems sleeping. And I had to go into the whole idea of controlling your thoughts. I mean, of course, if you're thinking crazy thoughts from childhood, or worry thoughts or fear thoughts, you're not going to be able to fall asleep. I mean, melatonin is going to help you, and theanine and magnesium and GABA and lithium. But as long as you have a way of thinking that doesn't serve you, or a way of feeling that doesn't serve you, it's going to be really hard to sleep. Insomnia. Have you ever seen how many mattress commercials are out there? I don't know what the statistics are for insomnia, but it's got to be in the epidemic levels. The people I talk to, all the accoutrements, sleep accoutrements that we sell, including pills and anti-snoring devices, Zipa, and pillows and mattresses. And sure, it's definitely true that supplements can help. Food can help. Exercise can help. And there are physical precursors to health, no doubt about it. Especially if we're deficient, especially if we're nutritionally deficient. The body sucks up nutrients like a dry sponge sucks up water when you're deficient. And if you go to a nursing home and you give somebody some Beyond Tangy Tangerine, you won't believe what will happen. Everybody in a nursing home should get Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Everybody. And if you know somebody in a nursing home, that's one of the greatest gifts you can give them, is Beyond Tangy Tangerine, because they are so deficient in nursing homes. Even the good nursing homes, but especially the not good nursing homes. Oh my God. They need Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Somebody should just donate. I don't even know if the nurses would give it or the doctors would let them have it. But if you know somebody there, sneak them some BTT. But if we're plateauing, that is, we're not getting better, or we reach a point where we can't lose that extra 50 pounds. I know so many people who just can't lose that extra 100 pounds. There's a payoff, an emotional payoff, an emotional benefit for not losing weight. Weight is protection. We protect ourselves with our weight. And protection, of course, is one of the ways fear manifests, and fear is an ultimate way that the body is. Anger, resentment, self-hate, lack of forgiveness. These are all aspects of fear. And interestingly, when we have all of these feelings, there's something we don't notice that the anger and the fear isn't going anywhere. It's staying in our bodies. We think it's about the other person. But it isn't about the other person. The fear is in our bodies. The love is in our bodies when we love somebody. When we fear and we love somebody else, or these feelings come up, when we're angry at someone or loving them, we think it's about us, or we think it's about them when it's about us. All those feelings are in us. Our thoughts and our feelings are in us. And by the way, feelings are not the same as emotions. And we'll talk about that when we come back from our break. And this is just an important aspect of getting better, in my humble opinion. I hope if you're interested, nutrition's important, but I don't want to ever marginalize these higher aspects or more abstract aspects, we'll say, of how we operate in the world. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this. All right, we're back on The Bright Side. Pharmacist Ben here. 844-236-6010 is our number, and we have lines open for you if you want to purchase any of the Youngevity products or join the Bright Side Ben team. For a one-time $25 fee, you could start a Youngevity business and be in business for yourself as an entrepreneur. Youngevity is not just about nutritional supplements. It's also about lifestyle, how to live an effective and powerful life in business and in other ways as well. I was at a training on Saturday, Super Saturday training. Some of you listening were there, I'm sure. And we talked about CBD. We talked about some of the stuff we're talking about here, about the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, which we'll talk about here in a sec. We talked about the triangle of disease, and my friend Dan talked about sales strategies and relationship strategies, and it's just a really empowering morning. Thank you, Tom Chenault. And I find myself taking notes and learning every time I go, learning something about life, really, not just about health, but also about how to live a good life. And that's what Youngevity really is all about. It's about how to live a good life on all levels, how to have an effective and powerful and successful life. And success is measured by health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, and ultimately spiritual health as well. So in any case, if that sounds interesting to you, if the business opportunity sounds interesting to you, if the business opportunity plus all of the accessory benefits that you get or side benefits that you get sound interesting to you, for a one-time $25 fee, you can be an entrepreneur, be in business for yourself, and join our Youngevity family and join the Brightside Ben team. Click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com, and you can be in business for yourself. You can start a nutrition business for yourself. Click on the Join the Team link for a one-time $25 fee, or call 866-735-2470 for more information. 866-735-2470. Our number today, 844-236-6010. Got lines open for you. We're talking about MindBody. This is the real deal, folks. This is not airy-fairy, touchy-feely, new-agey, hippie talk. Rajad Sarno. I'm reading a book now called The MindBody Prescription. This is what we're talking about here is MindBody. I consider feelings and emotions to be part of the picture. So MindBody doesn't say it all, but that's, I guess that's acceptable. Feelings, the link between feelings and the physical body isn't quite acceptable yet. But feelings and thoughts are kind of like two sides of the same coin. And feelings are not emotions. A feeling is somatic. It's in the body. It's physical. And it's very brief. An emotion is sustained. An emotion is the link between a feeling in the body and a thought. And this is really important when it comes to crappy thinking. Stinking thinking, as it's called. Stinking thinking that leads to poor health, especially poor sleep, is a problem because of the emotions it engenders. The emotions, the thoughts themselves are not the problem. It's the emotions. And the emotions are the link between the feelings and the thoughts. Here's the thing. They all kind of blend into each other. But here's the thing. A feeling is not a problem. Feelings are always going to be neutral. They're just tingles. They're just energy in the body. And then we put a story on them. And that's where it becomes a problem. When we put a story on a feeling, and that story is usually from our past, we get an emotion. And that's the problem. And this is so important to recognize, because if we can just focus on the feelings, that will take care of the thoughts. If you notice your feelings, if you just focus on your feelings, you'll notice that your feelings are not only just energy, they actually feel good. We talked about this last week. Somebody called about anxiety. It turns out that feelings are they're neutral, and actually not even neutral, they're blissful, they feel really good. Fear is the same feeling as excitement. If you go into your body and feel it, you'll see that excited anticipation feels exactly the same as worry and fear. Just bring something to your attention and that you're afraid of. Think of your credit card bills or your job or your relationship or your health or something that's, not cool in your life, and see what it feels like. It feels exactly the same thing as something you're excited about. It's all just excitement, and that's the key. You see, excitement, we call it excitement, but it's really nervous energy. It's electrical energy. What we call excitement is electrical energy. This is the mind-body link right there. The feeling of excitement is electrical energy. We feel it as excitement, but it's really the energy of the autonomic nervous system, of a part of our body. This link between the feeling, excitement represents the link between feeling, the kind of vague sensation of feeling, and the nervous system. Nervous energy. Feelings are all nervous energy. They're excited nervous energy. Anything that we perceive is actually excited nervous energy. Anything we perceive is excitement. We call it fear, or we call it love. We call it anticipation, or we call it dread. Those are labels. Those are words. Those are stories. They're based on our history, our past. But in the present, in the moment, if you feel your body, it's just energy. It's excitement. Sounds are excitement. They're excitement, excited nerve cells in your inner ear. Vision, the visual world, most of our perception is visual. If you're not blind, most of your perception is visual. The visual world is just energy, just excitement. It's just nervous, just the stimulation of nerves in your eyes and ultimately in your brain. Tastes and feeling, a touch. Those are just energy. Everything is just excited energy. Energy and excitement are the same word. Excitement is another word for energy. When we say nerves are excited, the nervous system is excited, we mean literally it's excitement, it's nervous energy. Then we put a story on it. And you know what? Here's the thing. It's usually not even our story. It's usually some story we were told when we were kids, or some story we absorbed, usually passively absorbed. Mothers and fathers, when your kid is, up until your kid is 3 years old, it's like soft cement. Anything you put in there, even every look you give that kid goes into that soft cement and then hardens. And most of us have all kinds of soft stuff that was put into us when we were soft cement. And the take-home message is, feelings are not a problem until a story and a narrative are attached to it, and then you get an emotion, and that's where you're having a problem. And the emotions are linked to the thoughts, and you can't change your thoughts until you change your emotions. And it's all linked in the body via the autonomic nervous system. That's our body brain, the autonomic nervous system, it's called. The autonomic nervous system is what we mean when we talk about the fear nervous system and the love nervous system, i.e. the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. And that's the key. That's where all of this airy-fairy, touchy-feely stuff becomes physical. Sympathetic, parasympathetic, and you're going to hear, I'm starting to hear more and more about this primal distinction. When I first started talking about it many years ago, it wasn't out there, but now I'm starting to see more and more people are understanding that all this mind-body, touchy-feely, airy-fairy stuff is really about the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. And number one, all the crappy things in our life, from lack of healing to accelerated aging to diseases, are sympathetic based. All the good stuff is parasympathetic based, and learning how to activate these two at will, or sort of activate them or partially activate them at will, is really important. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. On the bright side, we'll be back right after this. Okay, we are back on the bright side, and we've got lines open at 844-236-6010. 844-236-6010. Got an empty board if you have tried to get on in the past and got a busy signal. Now's the time to do it. 844-236-6010. You get right on. 844-236-6010. If you have questions about our True Skin Health products, or comments or success stories, or if you have a health challenge you or a loved one needs help with, 844-236-6010 is our number. You can check out all our Truth Skin Health products at truthtreatments.com. truthtreatments.com. Have free shipping for the near future, for the foreseeable future, I should say. And got new products up, our Truth Energizing Exfoliator, our Truth Biomimetic Mineral Mist, our Truth Hyaluronic Mineral Hydrator are all up at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. And, of course, all the basic Truth products. Truth Transdermal C Serum, voted one of the top 150 products in the world by Harper's Bazaar magazine. And also our Truth Transdermal C Balm, Truth Retinol 5% and 1% gels, and, of course, our Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream, which I developed first as a burn cream. All our Truth products, by the way, were developed in my compounding pharmacy. These were all developed as I was formulating for the skin, for people who had broken skin. And what I noticed, that when you used a product on broken skin, wounded skin, traumatized skin, when you created a product for damaged skin or skin that was not healthy in some way, when people would come back, not only with their eczema or their rosacea or their psoriasis or their acne or whatever their skin condition be improved, but their skin would just look better. And I noticed that healing was the same mechanism as beauty, or the biochemical mechanism that underlied healing was the same as the biochemical mechanism that underlied beauty. And when you create a healing product, it's a beauty product. And that's what our Truth treatments are. They're healing products that were all created in my pharmacy for specific patients, and then rebranded or reframed as beauty products, basically, is what they are. That's why I knew right away the success that we're having with our Truth Skin Health products is not a surprise to me, because I saw what happened for years in a pharmacy setting with patients with the same exact formulations, and it's the same exact formulations that I use myself. Truth Skin Health products are the formulations I use myself. Anyway, truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com for all the Truth Skin Health products. We'll get your calls here. Now that we've got some calls, we'll get to them in a sec. So we do have lines open also, 844-236-6010. Hang tight. We'll get to you momentarily. I want to talk a little bit about this thing called ASMR. I'm not sure if you have heard of Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. ASMR is a really, really interesting, relaxing strategy that activates the parasympathetic nervous system and is particularly helpful for anxiety. ASMR is a relaxing, blissful brain state that's activated by certain sounds and by certain perceptions. ASMR is, if you go on YouTube, you'll see a bunch of ASMR videos, and it's been linked to whispering. It's actually called whisper therapy. And it turns out that when we listen to whispering, or we listen to certain sounds, like a feather on a microphone, for example, the petting of a feather on a microphone like this. I hope I can do it right. This isn't a feather, but I don't know if you can hear that. But it creates a certain sound. If you listen to it long enough, you'll get something called a brain tingle. A brain tingle is the ASMR, is the slang version of the ASMR phenomena that feels really good. It actually does feel like a brain tingle. And it's activated by a lot of states. It can be activated by a facial. Estheticians out there, or people who get facials, recognize that there's something very special about being touched in the face. Even getting your hair cut can do it. Personal attention can do it. A gaze can do it. It activates this autonomous, that's the autonomic nervous system that we just talked about. Sensory, it's the sensation of it. Meridian refers to the nerves. Response. Head orgasms, it's been called. There's actually a book called Brain Tingles you might want to get if you're interested in this phenomenon, or just YouTube, ASMR. There are some really, really cool YouTube videos of people talking like this, just for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And it turns out that when you listen to that kind of sound, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system. That's called ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response Whisper Therapy. And it's a great tool, great strategy to use for insomnia. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, it's not permanent, of course, and but it's not a bad idea to do it once a day, to listen to whisper therapy, or to somehow activate this parasympathetic nervous system in the brain, I guess you would say. Activate this brain tingle response. Do you know there's 13 million ASMR videos on YouTube? It is. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it, but it is out there, especially among kids. ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. I just wanted. This is just real interesting because I always feel a little guilty talking about, you guys are tuning in to hear about vitamin C and selenium, and I'm talking about airy-fairy emotions and feelings. So I always feel like I have to justify. And it's not hard to justify because of the autonomic nervous system. All this airy-fairy stuff is literally connected to our bodies, which, of course, is what most of us focus on when it comes to health, is the physical body. But the emotions and the feelings are literally connected to our bodies and represent a major, major point of leverage when it comes to our good health, or our lack thereof. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to Denise and welcome her to the bright side. Good morning, Denise.
Hello.
Hello, hello. What is up? Denise, going once.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, Denise?
Hey, allergies are coming quick. Face is itching, eyes and throat.
Already? In January?
Yes,
oh, my goodness.
What's
it
now,
like?
I need something.
I'll give you some great ideas for that.
Okay.
You're in Santa Cruz?
Yep.
Have we met? Have you and I talked before?
We have. We've talked.
Okay.
Met.
All right, cool. What's it like in Santa Cruz these days, weather-wise? Is it already spring? It's not springtime.
Yeah, it's beautiful today. It's beautiful. The clouds have gone and a little cool.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm just ready to go to the gym in a couple minutes. So
let's talk about allergies. All right.
Yeah.
Your allergies are obviously the immune system, right? It's a defensive response. Where does the immune system live mostly, aside from in your respiratory tract? Do you know?
Okay.
Your digestive system, your intestine specifically.
You're right.
Intestine,
okay.
Yes. So anytime you have an immune response, it may seem counterintuitive, hey, I got a sinus problem. What's that got to do with my digestive system? It has everything to do with your digestive system because this is the start of immune problems, and it's based in a concept called immune load, L-O-A-D, load, the straw that breaks the camel's back phenomena. That is, your immune system can handle so much, and then when you get an assault, if it's stressed out, the camel's back breaks. The load is too much. Are you with me?
Okay.
Okay, so you want to reduce the load on the immune system wherever possible, and the first place is the digestive system. You strengthen the immune system at the level of the digestive system. A strong immune system will not manifest the symptoms of allergy. It will process the allergen. You understand? It won't activate the sinuses and the tears and all the mucus and the fluids and the congestion. It won't activate that system because it'll be able to metabolize it and process it. So you got to work on load, and that means starting with digestive health. Go ahead.
I said it. It's all about walking from one place to the second destination, and then all of a sudden having the symptoms.
Okay, I need to talk to you about that. There's an important connection there too. So hang on, we got to take a break.
Okay.
Don't go away. All right. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back on the bright side right after this. Okay, we are back on the bright side talking to Denise in Santa Cruz. Denise?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. So, you said last thing you were saying is when you walk from one place to another, it kicks in? Your allergies kick in?
It was like a couple hours after dinner, and when we got to the next destination, oh my goodness, the wind.
There's a couple of things. Yeah, there's a couple reasons for that.
The ears itch.
Yeah. Well, look, a couple hours after you eat, the food gets processed, and if there's something that you're eating that's triggering an immune response, you may not notice it in the digestive system, either because it's subtle or because you're just not noticing it. And the load kicks in, and it puts a stress on the system. Walking also puts a stress on the system, and it makes perfect sense. I'd be looking for foods. I always look for foods, and I always look for some digestive support. So
I'm not going to have scallops for another week, so we'll see.
Well, just kind of focus, because here's the thing. You may think that the runny nose or the congestion is problematic, but if your immune system is overloaded, you're running higher risks of all kinds of problems, including cancer. You know, so this is not. A lot of times we underestimate we underestimate the importance of the messages our body is sending us, because the body sends us messages subtly, and I know this in my own life. Mm-hmm. You know, there's subtle messages, and we miss them, so the messages get louder and louder, and then people say, not you necessarily, of course, Denise, but other people say, well, I was perfectly healthy. I just had a little sleep apnea. I hear people tell me this. I was perfectly healthy before my cancer. I just had a little sleep apnea. Or I just had a little, little things like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's like we don't notice the subtle things, and the subtle things are how the body talks first before it yells at us.
That's right. I agree.
So hang in there, Denise. Take care of the digestive system. Use your nightly essence. And then also don't forget about good old vitamin C, high doses, and zinc.
I love it. Totally
good for you.
Overdo on the C.
And don't forget the zinc. Don't forget the zinc and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Glutathione building also. Anything you do to build glutathione. The body's major allergy fighter, cancer fighter, antioxidant, immune boosting nutrient or supplement or biochemical is called glutathione. It's made up of glutamine and N-acetylcysteine and glycine. NAC. Yes, NAC. Okay. That's why I put NAC in all my. I always use NAC in my detox supplements. Our blemish repair complex is an NAC supplement. NAC is powerful for building glutathione. Denise, I'm going to motivate here. Have a beautiful day. I hope I helped you out. And let's stay in Santa Cruz and say hello to Lily. Good morning. Welcome to the bright side.
Good morning, Ben. I love you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Have we met, you and I, in Santa Cruz?
No.
No. Okay. Well, you should come out and see me the next time I'm out there, although I haven't been out there in a while. But what's going on?
I got a spider bite a few years ago, and it was a poisonous spider, and I was sick for a few months, and I got pretty much over that. But I used to be really energetic and have a lot of energy and be able to do a lot of things, and I've never gotten my energy back.
How can I ask you how old you are?
I'm 60.
Okay, well, we got to get you going here. First of all, how long ago was the spider bite?
About 5 years ago.
Oh, it should not have. You should not have been. That's something's up. You should have healed from that. So first of all, you should be doing bentonite clay or activated charcoal every day, just as a general detox supplement.
How do I take that?
Bentonite clay or charcoal. Bentonite clay is a teaspoonful or half a teaspoonful in water, and drink it down, and then charcoal, activated charcoal. Just get capsules, 1 or 2 a day. Don't take them with your supplements or with medicine or anything, because it'll suck those up too.
I do both.
Yeah, you can do both, sure. Bentonite clay is also a good source of minerals. I like bentonite clay, the taste of it, personally.
I'm doing tangy tangerine, and I'm taking glucogel and some of the other...
Good for you. That's all very, very important. I'd be practicing slow, deep breathing. It doesn't sound like you're getting oxygen just from talking to you. It sounds like you're not getting oxygen. You're not breathing into your... I'm listening to you talk, and it sounds like you're stopping in the top part of your chest with your breathing.
I do. I'm trying to do the deep breathing. I do that, but I don't do it all the time. I got to do it
all the time. All the time. It sounds like you're not getting enough oxygen. That'll definitely affect energy levels, oxygenation. If you're doing any foods that spike your blood sugar, you want to stay away from those. Ketogenic diet and eating less food. These are general anti-fatigue strategies. Eat less food. Make sure you practice deep. Make sure you practice deep breathing. I'm not saying you're not doing these, but this is just generally. Make sure you're practicing deep breathing. Any foods that trigger a immune response or inflammatory response need to be avoided, like the plague. And then getting on a rebounder, improving your zeta potential, improving your circulation is also very important. And you don't need to work out hard, and you probably shouldn't be working out hard, but getting on a rebounder or walking up and down the stairs briskly, not just a gentle little walk, but briskly up the stairs and down the stairs, although down the stairs can be a little hard on the knees, so up the stairs for sure. And then stay on your nutritional supplement program. I hesitate to tell you about things that give you a buzz, like, for example, green tea and caffeine, although that will help, because your problem isn't that you need a buzz. The problem is that you need to be figuring out why you don't have that energy. And so what I would be doing is I'd be looking for things that are causing inflammation or throwing off your chemistry, i.e. blood sugar issues, lack of oxygen, or problem foods. That's where I would be focusing on. And then stay on the healthy start back. Yes, go ahead.
I've I've been taking myself away from sugar for a while. I got away from sugar. I did start drinking a little coffee because someone suggested that to me.
Did that help you at all?
It did. It makes me a little more energetic. My problem is if I do anything, it's like I can do something for like 15 or 20 minutes, and then I'm totally exhausted.
Yeah, that sounds like something's percolating in there. That sounds like something is your body's not producing the right kind of chemicals, and that's only comes after long-term burden, long-term stressors. There's some kind of long-term stressor. I would guess it has something to do with food, but at this point, at the age of 60, and probably you haven't really harnessed this thing, it might have been going on for a long time. You might have some inflammation. When there's inflammation in the body, that means there's beaver's dams, there's clogs. When there's clogs, that means the blood does not circulate and the lymph do not circulate properly. They do not deliver their oxygen properly. So this comes after long-term clogs, which follows long-term assault. And so you're going to start by removing the assault, and usually that's going to be food. And then number two, making sure you have the raw materials for the body to repair. Do you understand this idea? There's clogs all over the body. Yeah. You may also want to get some body work done, because sometimes these clogs are not just in the metabolism, in the chemistry, but they're also in the muscle and in the connective tissue. When you have clog, you may have some adhesions and fibrous kinds of things, fibrosis going on. I would also throw in some body work and some connective tissue manipulation. That can also be liberating. Remember, I don't know if you've been listening when we talked about orgone energy. There's this invisible electrical energy that runs through the body that energizes us, chi, or orgone energy, and it gets trapped in inflammatory clogs and in fibers and adhesions and scar tissue, and then we don't have an energy. And this tends to happen, as we get older, as these clogs and these contractions, the impact of these clogs and contractions accumulates. So 60 is not, you're not old. You're not old, but we'll say you're aging, and so this stuff is now starting to have an impact on you. So yeah. I would, and maybe a few years ago it started too, but that's too early. So I would also throw in some connective tissue repair and manipulation, not connective tissue repair. Go ahead.
Arthritis.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This inflammatory clogs. Hey, Lily, I want to get one more call in. God bless you. Good luck with everything. I hope I helped you. Melody in California, you get the last word. What's going on?
Hey, Ben, a quick question, and then I had an airy-fairy comment for you. Since
airy-fairy comment first. What's your airy-fairy comment?
Airy-fairy. Okay, so my daughter was involved in a team sport that was very competitive, very stressful for her. She had exercise-induced asthma. She quit that and has since taken up boxing, which is even more extreme in terms of requirements for, just really tiring. And she has not had any of the exercise-induced asthma with the boxing.
Well, that's very interesting. Boxing as opposed to what?
I mean,
what was the first thing you
hard work. She was doing dance prior, competitive, and I
and
told
the boxing.
Her, I think,
that is airy-fairy. I got to figure that one out. I wonder what that. I don't know enough about either of those.
I think it's stress. I think it's stress-related.
So the
she was under
competition.
So much stress.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good. The competition and the dance. Was she a competitive kind of thing? And now she's just boxing for her own. There's a really interesting idea that reminds me of is finite games versus infinite games. These two kinds of games people play. One is a game of competition. The other is a game of fun. And infinite games are games of fun. And we play a lot of finite games, and that causes a lot of stress. You're absolutely right. We want to learn to play infinite games. Read James Carr's Finite Games, Infinite Games. I wish I had time for your question now, Melody, but we're just out of time. Are you the Melody who uses my Truth Skin Health products out there in California by any chance?
Yes.
Hi, Melody. How are you liking the truth?
It.
Awesome. Thank you for we're out of time. I only got 20 seconds here. Thanks for your call. Hope call back tomorrow if you had a question. I'm sorry we didn't get to that. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben, and that's it for now. Have yourselves a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.